What's up? Sean here, co-host Digital Genius Radio with you. Today, John Parks is going to be back again with us, sharing the secrets on the best audience sizes. Go see. Welcome to Digital Genius Radio, the #1 podcast focused on guiding you to becoming a certified digital genius. We believe you can have it all by mastering social media paid advertising. We spent the last 3 years studying the most brilliant marketers today and applying their techniques. We've broken free of the 9-to-5 and successfully built a 7-figure online certification platform. From working with hundreds of clients, we found that most are overwhelmed or scared to actually dive into paid advertising. And this podcast is here to give you the cheat codes so you can flourish with your social media channels. Join us and follow along as we continue to learn, apply, and share proven strategies, as well as give you the insights on how to win online with social media paid advertising. And now, here's your hosts, Chris Baden and Sean Malone. Yeah, let me ask that brings up a great question. Is there an audience that's too small?
Totally.
What is
It's all based on your ad spend.
Okay.
How much money do you want to spend into them? If you only want to spend $5 a day, you can go pretty dang small. You can do a couple thousand person audience. You might not get full exposure. You might not be able to spend your full $5 a day, but that would work, right? If you wanted to spend $50 a day, that's too small of an audience. Got to go bigger, maybe 50,000, right?
And that's because too many people will see it and you'll get negative reviews or bad negative press, or what happens, sir?
It has a lot to do with the fact that, not everyone's on Facebook every day. So while you've got an audience of 1,000 people, we'll just use that number for, and that's really small, by the way. When we're talking like single digit thousands, that's exceptionally small. So I'll talk bigger so you don't get confused. If we have an audience of 100,000 people, which is probably the size you'd be looking at making, watch you do a triple tier filter and you're only going to spend, I don't know what you guys are spending, but maybe you're spending $50 a day or something. 100,000 would be great audience for that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people start at $5 a day, and then there's some people that are spending like around 1,000, probably 5 to 1,000 is kind of our range in our community.
Cool. Yeah, $1,000 a day, you need to be about 1 million audience. But if you're spending $50 a day, $100 a day, 100,000 is a good size. So let's say you have that 100,000 person audience, and only 30,000 of them show up on Facebook at all, right? So your real audience size is only 30,000, although the potential is 100,000, right?
So potential versus daily, is there significance with those numbers that are showing on the right-hand side?
On the right-hand side, you kind of just look at the potential number. The other number, I don't know. I don't think it really says anything to you. It kind of tells you how much exposure you'll get with the amount of budget you have in a daily run, but it's not going to influence your decisions very much on that ad set. But only so many of them are going to show up. And of the ones that show up today on Facebook because they had some free time and came on Facebook, only some of them are going to actually have impression space for you to fill up, right? Because like, for example, Ashley here, she's over there in, was it Thailand? Yeah, so she's in Thailand and she's only got 5 minutes on Facebook today. Well, that means she's only got, if you count it, maybe there's only going to be 15 slots of ads that will ever show up to her today. And other people are bidding for her because she's female and she's young and she's interested in fitness and she's interested in this and this and this. So they're also trying to hit her. And so if I'm trying to hit her too, the chance that I'm going to get in on her page, there's only a chance, right? So that's why you have to have a bigger audience than you think you need, because your true reach is smaller than you think. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So say someone is spending about 10, maybe $15 a day. What would you say would be too big of an audience if there was such a thing?
Okay, so the goal is have as big of a hyper targeted audience as you can find. Okay. So you're too big if you don't think you're hyper targeted. So let's talk about that. So yeah, there's never too big for a budget as long as you are on target. The only reason you'd be too big is if you are just like scattered. Okay, so here is a huge mistake people make and waste a ton of money on Facebook doing it. Okay, they think when they're choosing their interests, they think to themselves, yeah, that somebody with that interest could probably like what I want. They might like what I want, Yeah, sure, that, 35-year-old male who likes the Eagles might like what I'm doing. There's a possibility. Okay, you don't want any mites. You don't want that at all. You want to protect every ad spend dollar like it's your last dollar, and you want to make sure that every chance you have is golden, right? So I'm trying to. So let's think about as an analogy I've used in the Inner Circle a couple of years ago. I don't know if you heard it, Sean. So there's a big old block of marble, right? There's a big old block of marble over in Italy, and this dude starts to carve it out. His name is Michelangelo, and he carves it out, and what's left is this gorgeous statue of this muscular biblical David, right? And it's huge and it's amazing, and you can see every vein in his hand and every hair on his head and everything like that. So when people ask him, well, how did you do it? And he said, well, what I did is I kept taking away marble until what was left is this perfect David. So you need to approach your targeting like that. Have a reverse approach. Instead of saying, who could possibly like what I'm doing? Who could possibly want my ad? Reverse it, flip it on its head, and say, who else can I kick out? Who else can I cut out? Who else can I cut out? What other chunks of marble can I pull away until this target audience is so refined that I know everybody in here is going to like what I have to say?
Thanks for listening to Digital Genius Radio. We'd love it if you could share our podcast with 3 others that you think could get some value from it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And remember, hit that notifications button so we can alert you for each new episode that comes out. You're on your way. You've gained knowledge and you've gotten smarter. You're becoming a certified digital genius. To continue on the right path, go to challenge.digitalgeniusradio.com and prove you have what it takes. Again, that's challenge.digitalgeniusradio.com. Enter your name and email and get started becoming a master of your own destiny.